Now, if you're anything like me, when it comes to doing your professions on your main or even an alt, you head over to a website like this, you buy all of the materials off the auction house, and then probably sit there thinking, wow, that was quite expensive. Well, what if you knew ahead of time exactly how much each profession was going to cost based on your server, and you could tailor the exact recipes that you're going to use? Well, you can. I've had multiple people send me this website now telling me to take a look, and I'm using it right now whilst I'm leveling engineering on my DK, and I can honestly say it's pretty awesome. There's a lot of features on here that you probably wouldn't use, but definitely depending on what server you're on and how expensive some of the crafts are, I'm sure you will. Before I get into it and show you exactly what this is about, I will put it out there straight away. This is going to be a very short video because, quite honestly, I'd rather you just went on the website and played about with it yourself, but I want to at least give you the basics and then bid you farewell. As always, make sure you like and subscribe to keep me here pumping out videos that hopefully you at least find mildly entertaining or informative, and let's have a look. Now, the website is gaming.tools/wow. Now, I don't know if any of you played New World, but I'm pretty sure it's the same guy that done this New World site as it is that's now done the World of Warcraft one as well. Now, first of all, like I said, I'm leveling engineering on my DK right now, so if we go in and we click engineering, you'll be greeted with a little bit of spill telling you how it works, but I'm just going to show you anyway, and it won't take any time at all. Now, I play on US servers, I play on Mancrick, and I am Horde. This is saying for me to level engineering, it's going to cost about 21.4k, which is definitely about right. If I was to say I was Alliance, it actually goes up to 30.8k, and if I was to pick different servers, you can see that the price will change depending on what server I actually pick. Now, the interesting thing here, you'll notice that when I go to Alliance on Whitemane, for example, it's saying empty levels. So 146 to 160, we can't do that bit. We can't do 217 to 250. And this is because of the auction house. And I'm assuming it's pretty dead on this particular server I'm looking at, and the mats are not there to actually be able to buy. So it's just skipping those sections. Like you can see here, this issue may arise due to the auction house not having a sufficient supply of materials or a bug on the site. But most of the time, from what I've seen, it's because it hasn't got the materials. Now, I know our auction house on Mancrick's pretty good, so we're just going to go with this, and we're going to set it to Horde. Now, what you can do here is you can have a look through at how much each section is actually going to cost you, and it tells you how much it's going to cost per level as well. Now, if there was something you didn't like, or it looked particularly expensive, you can simply exclude it. So if we was to go down to small C4ium charges, this little section here from 142 to 150 is going to cost 86 gold. If I click exclude, it's now changed to bronze tubes, and you'll see it reflecting the total cost and the cost per level and the total crafts and everything, and it will always try and do it in the cheapest way possible. But if for some reason, maybe it's something that you physically want to craft because you're going to use it on an ult, or I don't know, you've got some reasons, I don't know, whatever your reasons are, then you can exclude any of these and it will fill it in with something else. Now, one reason you might want to do this is because maybe like me and you're lazy. So if we go to customize recipes, I'm going to include C4ium charges again, so it'll now go back to default crafting that at that section that it was before. But if you don't want to run around grabbing recipes from vendors like limited supply ones or buying them off the auction house, you can exclude all non-trainer recipes. Now, before I do that, if we go back and check what the price was again, we're looking at 21.4k. If I now go to customize and exclude all recipes and then go back, you can see it's now gone up by like 5k nearly. And that's because whatever recipes it's trying to get, which I'll give you one as an example, which would be the white smoke flares that you get when you're doing the TBC section, that's a very cheap way to actually get, I don't know, 20, 25 levels of engineering. If we go to that section now, it's making icy blasting primers, which is like 1.5k, fell iron bombs at 4k. If we then go back and reset that so we are using recipes that are bought from vendors, when we go back to the TBC section, you can see it's put white smoke flare in. The only reason I'm using white smoke flare as an example is just purely because I've done engineering so many times and I know I always go and buy that recipe. Now, there's a few cool things you can do with this. So first of all, you can go to the shopping list and you can literally just look through at everything that you need and go ahead and buy it. Now, I don't use TSM personally, but you can copy the TSM queries on all of these as well. So I believe you can then just import that in as a group and it will make buying all the stuff off the auction house very quick. Again, don't quote me on that because I haven't used TSM for a very, very long time. But this will be the list of stuff you need. Again, you can fully customize absolutely everything by excluding anything that you don't want to craft or including certain things that you do want to craft. And then once you've got everything, you're literally going to scroll down to the bottom and you're going to do each section at a time. So in this case, first of all, it'll be 74 rough blasting powders. You'll do that. You'll move down to the next section. You'll move down to the next section. And then at one point, let's say you get to here and you've got coarse blasting powder and you're like, oh, I've not got enough coarse stone, or I don't know, you've just for some reason can't be bothered to craft this one, you can then exclude that and then it will fill it in with something else. So now it'd be coarse dynamite instead. So again, it's very flexible that on the fly, if there's something that for some reason you get to it and you're like, oh, I didn't get those mats, or there weren't enough of them on the auction house, or I don't know, just whatever reason you've got, you can just exclude that recipe and it'll give you something else to craft. Now, until I use this for multiple professions, how accurate all of the data is, obviously, I don't know. But that's why let's get the word out. Let's all use it, and then we'll know how accurate it is. I mean, it looks perfect to me, and so far with the engineering that I'm leveling, it's absolutely bang on. But until I've used it for every single profession, then who knows? Again, I thought it was just a cool resource to share with you all. I'm not affiliated with him in any way. I have no idea who the guy is that even done this website, but I've had it sent to me and I thought it was really good, and you might think it's really good as well. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.